What's up, y'all? This is Hussein Nasser from IGeometry, bringing back, resurrecting this series back to life. Phonetic GIS solution, aka arcobjects-by-example. So, we started this series last year and we recorded about 12 episodes, very popular episodes. People like it. You have fun while learning Arc Object. We took a project out of scratch, out of raw requirements, and we built that project episode by episode, part by part, until we reached the episode 12, where I stopped and moved to doing other kind of things. And I think it's time to bring this back, and I have a plan to do this in a very enjoyable fashion. So, Phonetic GIS Solution, still a terrible name. That those company, this is a telecom company they came to us, and they said, "Hey, guys, iGeometry, help us build a solution that can help us retain our customers. Customers are leaving. They have bad reception. Although we keep adding new towers, our customers are having very bad reception, cell phone reception, that is, smartphone reception. So we started to build that, and we built that database. They didn't have a database, they didn't have a model, they didn't have nothing. So we started building those towers, that schema. We had a solution. We had this code base, and it's right there. And I start looking at it and say, man, we built a lot of code there. All right, so might as well continue these episodes. Why not? And I'm gonna post this even today. I'm not gonna wait for the next Saturday. I'm gonna post this. There is no coding. I just want to go through what we have built so far in this series, and really just go through it and talk about it, and discuss what we want to do next, where we want to take this episodes or series to, right? If you guys excited, hit me up, leave a like, leave a comment. Really helps a lot. If I see a lot of communication, it makes me want to continue recording and providing you with this content. All right, let's get started. So this is the story that we built, right? Phonetic GIS solution, and that is just something that I came up with here. I'm gonna open ArcMap in a minute, but let's go through this now. So in general, we built two modules: the device management, which is the phone, and the tower management, which are the actual towers. And we built these rings, if you remember, the green, which represent high intensity reception, the orange, which represent 2 bars, or like medium reception, which is like 2 bars, and low reception, which is the red marks, which represent low reception, obviously 1 bar in your phone. So we built these modules, right? So calculate signal strength for a given point in the map, right? So we add that device, we built that. I'm going to show it to you. We add that point, we click that, and we add that device, and we can calculate the signal strength or the reception strength, and we show it on the map. We did that part. We did that. Find dead areas, like calculate, although this actually doesn't fit in the device management, come to think about it, right? The dead areas are areas with no signals, basically. So it's not really a device management. It fits here. So we already started to make changes here, all right? And we implemented that thing. So let's just move it up here. How about that? Ability to register a device in the network. We did that. When we register the device, so basically we'll add that device into the device feature class, and we specify the device name and the reception strength and the connected tower. We did all that beautiful work, lots of geometric functions there to find the distance between the nearest tower, pick that tower, and then just pick that up, and that's your connected tower. Date and time, we didn't do that, right? So as I think about it, okay, if I want to register a device with a tower with this company, I want to know when was that, right? Because that brings us to this point, ability to keep a history of device registration. Assume people have been like connecting, moving, or walking through a park, and that park has like 2 towers, and then as they walk, they are sending signals to these towers, right? And the towers should keep history of their previous locations in case of a murder. Basically, if a crime happened and it says, okay, we have the device ID, which is the IMEA. I still don't know what it stands for. International Mobile Equipment Identifier, I think. So that will allow us to find the plus the time, right? Last Friday, this girl disappeared, and we found her dead 12 hours later. So we want to find where did she went. We have that device. We go search that. I know this story is sad, but yeah, it's just an example. That's not true. But yeah, it happens, right? So these cases, we want to solve these cases. We want to build GIS that helps solve these crimes, right? And that database, how you build database, really matter. All right, so that's another thing we want to keep it. We didn't do that work at all. Simulate the customer device. That's a cool part that we're gonna build. We didn't build it yet. We will basically have some sort of a file with simulating a customer with a device walking, and that's basically a stream of X and Y's in a location, and then we feed that X and Y's into our system, and then we see the device moving, and we see the strength signal, and then we will keep the total number of strength. Another thing I want to add now, as I start talking, right? Find points or records that devices, find device registration records with no reception. We want to detect this. When was I don't think we can do that, but we'll try. So if I find a device registration record with no reception, if I couldn't register a device with the network, I want to know obviously when was that device, and we want to capture that, right? So we can maybe add towers to that location, right? I'm not sure if this is possible now. We'll think about it at that other time. Tower management. Beautiful. Find dead areas. We did that. Find a location. Give me all the locations that basically, I don't think we need that because I just think about it, right? Dead areas. We have the areas that has no signals. It's beautiful. It's like a beautiful polygon right there, and we can use that polygon to identify areas with no signal, and we can build towers in these areas. Okay, we'll bring it to the next point. So we want a plan. We can't just go and add towers. We want to calculate cost of these towers, and we want to do it in an isolation pattern. So we can't just hit the default data production database and start inserting towers. This is not right. We want to experiment. So we want to create a version. So this is obviously a multi-user geodatabase started to be, right? And so we do that, and we create a version, and once you create that version, you can play in that version, move towers around, create new towers, calculate the cost. And we want to do this. We want the ability to create a project, a concept of a project, and then assign a cost to that project. So I want to add a tower, and then a tower will have a project ID. So obviously we didn't assign project ID to towers. We need to do that today, because we'll need to add this metadata to our towers table. Okay, calculate the project cost, and then we're done. Post the project to production, and then light up that project, right? Once it's approved, the kind of things. We want to provide heat maps for kind of 4G network. Where are the areas that need 4G coverage? This is exactly similar, very similar to finding dead areas, except dead areas we're looking for bars equals 0. This is we're looking for I think the type of signal equal 4G. Alright, we have this metadata, we created that. I suggest you to go through the series again, watch it real quickly. You can fast forward to just remember if you want to really continue watching this. And final thing, which is the coolest thing ever, after we implement all this, we're going to allow web access. 3 words, but lots and lots and lots of work. ArcGIS server will be here, portal will be here, SOE, server object extensions. We're gonna build cool stuff. Alright guys, let me take you quickly through the tour of this. Remember, that's what we built. When we click, that's the registration. We have it manually now. We set a device, and let's say someone is walking here, right? Click. As you click, you're moving here. You don't have any signal because you're in a dead area. As you keep walking, as you keep walking, as you keep walking, oh, you just got a signal, 2 bars. You get here 3 signals, and you get closer to the tower, and you get a full bar because you're very close to the tower basically, and you're connected to tower 2, and that's how we register this, right? We register the device, and then the connected tower, and then the point, the bars basically. We keep this information, so we need to add the bars there. We need to add this kind of information. And what else? If you notice that the algorithm for this, if the device ID, which is D01 in this case, if it exists, delete that record and then insert a new record with the new point geometry, and then do the calculation. We have all that code, guys. All that code is available for you under Phonetic repository. Okay, we're gonna post it hopefully in the description below. Alright guys, that is for us today, and we'll continue in the next episode. This is episode 13, ArcGIS by example. We renamed the name recently. It used to be called ArcGIS add-ins. It's now called arcobjects-by-example. I like this name better. Alright guys, see you in the next one. Goodbye.